Hey, good evening, you guys. This is your girl, Chanel Monique, Chanel Monique, ChanelMonique.com. Again, Chanel Monique, Chanel Monique, ChanelMonique.com. Let me say it one more time for the people in the back, Chanel Monique, Chanel Monique, ChanelMonique.com. I say it three times because a three-strand cord is not easily broken, and that's me. I'm not easily broken. As you see, we back with the Elite Business Women podcast. You girl already started a podcast. So let me just tell you, with the Elite Business Podcast, it's called Sister2Sister Show. We are bringing on guests to talk about sisters to sisters, empowering each other, uplifting each other, encouraging each other. Come on, somebody. Do you need a little bit of encouragement? Because I know sometimes I do. Huh? And I'm going to tell you, who is the biggest encourager is your sister. Some of us can't call our sisters, but let me just tell you, if you got a sister that you can call that's not related to you, that's not blood, and you can call her and that's your sister, let me tell you, you blessed and highly favored. Because I tell you, these days we have to watch who we talk to. You know, it's a lot. Watch out. I don't want to do all that. I ain't even about that life. I'm about connection and collaboration. We about coming together and listen, sister to sister. So I want to bring on someone who I have a huge amount of respect for. Let me just tell you, she is a sister, sister. And if people don't even understand when I say sister, we met at an award show a long time. We were friends on Facebook, but we finally got to meet on at an award show probably a year ago. When we met at the award show, it was an instant connection. And I'm going to tell you, she flew in. Hello, she flew in from Huntsville, Alabama. Let me just tell you, I love Alabama because of her. I ain't got to know nothing in Alabama, but I know my sister there. So I love Alabama. But let me just tell you, she is an first author. She has a book that called "I'm Still Standing: Stories of Survival." Her name, and I'm gonna tell you, she is an amazing woman of God. Let me don't play with her. But I'm gonna tell you all her accolades because let me just tell you, she has a doctorate in humanitarian studies. She's an amazing woman of God. She also is, does a lot of stop the violence in Huntsville, Alabama. She has also she was with the NAACP from 2023 to 2024. I mean, she's just breaking barriers, and she's nominated for an award called Breaking Barriers in 2021 and 22. She came to Durham, North Carolina, to the DAP Award, the DAP Award, and she won not one. Let me just tell you, y'all, she didn't win not one, but she won two awards. How you come to North Carolina and take over? That's a sister. Hey, Crystal, how you doing? But let me bring dude. I don't want to prolong this. I want to get her on because I'm gonna tell you that's my sister. I love her. She sends me encouraging messages every day, even if I don't get to see it on Facebook, because the algorithm is ridiculous. But she sends me messages every day that encourage me and it keeps me going. So I want to bring on my sister, Dr. Shanetta. Boom, ha, ha, ha. Come on, somebody. I got my sister on. I got my sisters
Yeah,
with me.
yeah, yeah. You hear me? Rise and give it unto God, who is the head of my life. I have to give reference to God. I don't care what room I'm stepping in. I got to give reference to God, and I want to thank God for my sister, my true sister, my lupus warrior sister, that woman of God sister. I'm telling y'all, women, we ain't got to hate. We got to learn how to collaborate. Come on, when God placed a great woman in your life, you got to let that woman know you great. I'm not intimidated by you, sis. I'm inspired by you. Come on, somebody. We forget to tell each other we inspire. I'm not intimidated by a woman. by women. I love women. They may not love me, they may not love you, but we love them.
That's what.
I know how to give people the benediction. May the Lord watch over me and thee while we're absent one from another. You hear me? I ain't got time to play a hate. I'm trying to be a game player, a game changer, a trailblazer. Come on, somebody.
And look, hey Tina, that's what another one of our sisters, Tina Burnett. She is a sister too. I'ma just tell you, when you come on, you know you be shooting that fire. I love Alabama.
Yes.
And so I'm so excited. Thank you so much for agreeing to do this with me. I'm coming back from, I'm back. But you agreed to say, look, I'm going to get on and talk about sister to sister, because this is very important to me and to you as well, because you flew all the way from Alabama to North Carolina.
Matter of fact, two planes. That's what I caught, two planes to come over there. Here, double.
And that's a sister. When a sister fly to your event, that's a sister. I'm gonna tell you that now, because she could have been doing something else. Because she loved the water and she loved being out on the beach. She loved traveling the world. And so when you came, we instantly met, and you won 2 awards. 2 awards, sis. Not one. Hold on, 2. I gotta emphasize that, because some people don't understand. They ain't won awards in their life, but you won 2 awards and have been nominated for several different awards. Now tell me, what makes you do what you do? What makes you be the person that you are and fly to another state to support a woman that you never met? You probably never met Tanya.
Never met her.
And you flew to her award show last year. Tell me what makes you do that.
First of all, sis, it gotta be in you, not on you. See what I'm saying? So it's in me to love, it's in me to support, it's in me to uplift another woman, because see, I don't have to dim your light to make mine shine. I don't have to make you feel small so I can feel tall. So I don't mind supporting other women. I don't mind encouraging other women. I didn't know I was gonna win not 1 but 2 awards. I didn't know. I know I was nominated, but just because you're nominated don't mean you're gonna win. You understand? So when you truly are your brother and sister's keeper, you don't care where you got to go. If you got to go to Afghanistan, you're going to go to support that other woman of God, a man of God, because guess why? It's in you, not on you. Again, I don't have to dim my light to make yours shine, and vice versa, because the Bible teaches us that a true friend will stick closer than a brother or sister.
That's right. They will stick closer than a brother. And you said it has to be in you, not on you. And that has to be your heart. I mean, that has to be, you have to have a heart to truly love your sister to do something like that. We had a great time too. We had so much fun. I was thanking God for you, and you know that you were here to bless me, at the time. So I just thank God for that, and then you are at different awards. You winning awards in London, you going to speak in London, and you said that you don't have to dim another woman's light. You don't have to be, you don't have to be in competition with another woman, because you know who you are. Tell us about that. Who are you?
I mean, even without the doctor on my name, I'm Shanette Elaine Bone. I'm a mother for, I started this thing early. I had my first child at 16 years old. So I had to be a woman early. That's what people fail to realize. So I knew what it was to love early. I knew what it was to show unconditional love early. So I didn't have to grow up being jealous or envy of nobody, because I always know who I was, even as a little girl. Excuse me. I always knew how to dress up. I always knew how to speak life. I always knew that I was gonna be a game changer, regardless of how anybody felt about me. I knew that I was chosen as a little girl. So when you know who you are and whose you are and the impact that you're gonna have in the earth realm, you don't care about that other stuff, because again, iron sharpens iron. We can't get sharpened hanging out with butter knife people. Too many of us are faking and putting on masks. I don't have to wear a mask. Mm-hmm.
Hold up. You said butter knife people. They
can't cut nothing. You know what I'm saying? They can't cut nothing. Sorry, Facebook, don't y'all tear me down because I have to tell the truth. But
And we want the raw truth, because some people are living in a facade, and they're, like you said, they're faking and fun, but we don't need the fake and fun. When you a sister, you a sister. You're gonna be there through it all. You understand what I'm saying? You're gonna be able to listen. I know that you're going through this, and I'm over here, and I'm praying for you. That's the sister that I'm talking about, not the ones that turn their back on you and leave you when you're going through something, or when you don't have anything in your hand to give them.
Mhm.
And I see you give love all the time. You're wishing people happy birthday every day. I know your phone full of pictures.
I literally had to delete them pictures because I couldn't, my storage was just over. And that's why I'm saying I want to celebrate people on this side of heaven, because when they go, they don't know they're being celebrated. And so I had to learn that sometimes you have to extend your grace back to people, because people take your kindness for weakness and they think you're scary. You this. No, I'm just loving, because I have to show the characteristic of God. Because a lot of these women and men both, they out here skinning, grinning, and pretending. I don't have to skin, grin, or pretend.
Skin, grin, or pretend. Come on, somebody. We in here talking about sister to sister, because this is very important, that us women come together. How important it is for you to come together with your sister. How important, because that's what you do. That's all I see. That's all that you do. How important is it for you to show them the way? Because that's what you're doing. You're teaching them how to be a grown woman. Grown women support and love one another. They do things. They sisters. They not backstabbers. They're not betrayers. They're not trying to bamboozle, get ahead. And so when I asked, I said, you know what? Who is the better person to start this with me is my sister. I'm now, you probably don't know, but I had been doing shows for years and years, and putting people on and showing them, giving them opportunity to get to my network and be able to, connect with the women in my network, because that's how I am. That's who I am. I'm my sister's keeper. And so I wanted women to come together, collaborate, because you never know what other sister got something to bless you. And how important is that for you to show women that this is the way to go? This is how we do it.
I mean, it's very important, because again, united we stand, divided we fall. And that's something these women are not getting. They are so busy trying to secretly compete with you or try to be you. And they don't understand it ain't easy being me. There's some days I don't want to be me. Just like I know you don't want to be you, because somebody's always pulling on us. Somebody's always needing us. Somebody's always been, I've been knocked down, dragged, talked about, betrayed. I've been so lost. Sis, can I just be honest with y'all? I've been so loyal that I have betrayed myself, because I try to be the bigger person. I try to, let people talk to me and do me any kind of way. But these last few years, God said, no, you're going to be bold in this season. You're going to tell the people how T.I. really is. And I said, I have to tell them how it is, because the only way to get a snake, you got to cut the head off that snake. You know what I'm saying? And let them know, I'm not playing with you. I don't care if you're a python. I don't care if you're a orangutan. I don't care what you is. I have to let you know I'm not hearing it. I don't play about me. God's not going to play about me. When I love hard. I don't care my friend, my man, my grand. There's no in between with me. I'm either gonna love you or I'm not. I can't be lukewarm.
No.
We got too many lukewarm Christians. We got too many lukewarm women. We got too many women. Let me just let you know. Let me just bring it to the forefront. There's a lot of women that's invite you to the table and know they really don't like you anyway, because guess why? The host be selling poison. Because why would I like you and you're pretty and you just, baby, I'm pretty. We can pretty be together. I don't care about looks, because if my inside is not matching my outside, then I'm ugly. You understand?
Yeah.
And difference between me and you and a lot of other women, our inside matches our outside without us trying. I can cut this light off now, because I don't need a spotlight to shine, because I'm gonna shine inside out. I can cut this light off and I'm still gonna shine, because it's in me, not on me. It's in me. It's in me to encourage somebody else. It's in me to uplift somebody else. It's in me to support another woman. I don't care what it is. I went way to Paris to support women around the world. Them women, they said, oh my God, I knew it was something different about you. Just like when I met you. Because when you truly got the characteristics of God, You don't care what woman you support. You don't care what woman you show up for. You don't care what woman you love, because there's no hidden agendas with me. Too many of these women got hidden agendas and ulterior motives, and they skin and grin and pretend. I'm gonna keep saying it, and they want to be copycats and mimic and intimidated. No, baby, I'm inspired by you, Chanel. I'm inspired by you, sis, because you've been that woman. I didn't watch you for years. I didn't watch you. And I knew once we really got in the same facility, we were going to lock and be sisters for life, because you got my heart like I got your heart. I ain't in here to steal nothing from you. I ain't here to take nothing from you. When I say I pray and cover you on a daily basis, I mean every bit of that, because I know the fight you have, because we don't look like what we've been through. We don't look like we've been drugged. We don't look like lupus and try to tear us down. We don't look like family, friends, foes, and saints and ain'ts and try to tear us down. You know, the wrong people have to walk out so right people can walk in. Hallelujah.
Come on now. Hallelujah. Listen, you said the wrong people had to walk out so the right people can walk in. And that's what I am noticing now, sis. Like you said, I'm noticing, and I, because of my heart being so big, I want everybody to win, even if they don't want me to win. And that's a problem. That's like a problem, because I had to learn, instead of, like you said earlier, to stop taking it. I was taking it, and I was laying down, and I was being sick on my deathbed, and most of them was just giving it to me. They was trying to kill me. And that's the thing. You can't kill what God wants to live. You got to understand that, listen, this over here is rooted and grounded in the word of God. And I got people behind me. You don't understand that I found out who my real friends were, the people that were behind me praying for me during the time of trouble, during the time of sickness. They was there like you, sis. You've been there. You didn't leave my side because I was going through what I was going through, my fight, because you know my fight.
Yeah.
And so it was just like, I thank God for you, because you don't get that. You don't get that. You get, like you said, these people betraying you because you got something in your hand they want, instead of the heart. They don't want your heart. They don't see your heart. They see what's in your hand. What can you do for them? How far can you get them? Where can you take them? They don't see that you truly are a good sister. Come on, somebody. You better understand you don't get many friends out here. Let me just tell you. Even Jesus had to be betrayed to get to where he was going. So when they leave, somebody else comes in and replaces that. Oh, Jesus. And I tell you, when God replaces and he replenishes and he restores, you're going to be better than ever. I'm telling you, they might have counted me out, but they better count. Listen, they couldn't count. They miscounted, and that's what I want to talk to you about, because you have a book called I'm Still Standing, Stories of Survival. Tell us a little bit about that. Like, how can they get that book? What it's about? Is it about your story, your fight? Tell us a little bit about that.
So I'm Still Standing, Stories of Survival. It's a book that I collaborate with other people to tell their stories, but most of my stories in there, I put bits and pieces, because when you have survived mental abuse, sexual abuse, physical abuse, being dragged, from family, friends, foes, saints and ain'ts, you survive lupus, you survive, being engaged and to be married, and somebody walk on you when you laid on your bed of affliction, sis, after you done took care of them. So I know what it's like to be dragged through the mud. I know what it's like to be left for dead. But they tried to bury me, but they didn't understand I was the seed. You can't bury a seed. These people see these accolades that I'm giving them. They don't just don't understand my accolades and awards are just catching up for the work that I put in. It said, don't let you catch you what your work undone. The harvest is plentiful, but the labors are few. I labor for this. I cried for this. I showed up. I did it for free. I did it sick. I did it tired. I did it weary. Laying back in that hospital bed back in 2021. The enemy wanted to attack my voice. He came for my voice. And a few times this week, he came for me, because when I get under stress, you know what it is dealing with lupus. When you get under stress, he come for every organ in your body. It's literally. So this week, my voice went out a couple of times, because the enemy know my voice is my weapon, and I'm going to speak that testimony, and I'm going to be transparent, and I don't care. You know what I'm saying? I don't care who like it and who doesn't, because you have to be transparent in your walk. People, like they said, they want my fight, but they don't want the scars. They want the fight. They want my life, but they don't want the fight. They don't want the war wounds. There's some war wounds on me. There's some wounds on me. There's some wounds on you. They don't want these wounds. They see, they want to walk in these sevens, but they don't understand they're going to get some corns on their toes. Ouch moment. It's a ouch. It's a why did you choose me? I didn't ask for this life. But when you're chosen, when you're predestined for greatness out your mother's womb, there's nothing you can do about it. There's nothing. From the pit to the palace. That's why God had to take me. He said, yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I shall fear no evil. We had to go through the valley to get to the mountaintop. God said, baby, a plane can't land on a messy runway. I got to clear the runway. I got to clear your wrong. I got to clear your path. I got to get rid of all these familiar spirits and get you some kindred spirits. They familiar to me. I'm familiar to dysfunction. I'm familiar with running on high tolerance pain. I'm familiar to it because I had to do it my whole life. My whole life I've been in survival mode because of taught and trained. Love your sister, love your brother, love you. No, these are the very people who have hurt me, but you want me to continue to love on them. These are the very people who ain't supported me, but that, so you have to get to where you unprogram all that, where you unpack all that, where you say, no, baby, I'm building healthy relationships. I don't want to build no more trauma bonds. I want to build healthy friendships. I want a healthy marriage. I want a healthy businessship, because when they teach us don't be unequally yoked, being unequally yoked is not for marriage, it's for friendships, it's for sisterhood, it's for I don't want to always pour, and you can't never pour back into me. I don't want to support you. I don't want to always nominate you and you don't want to nominate me. Baby, I earned it just like you did. And then they say, by his stripes we are healed. So when you're a healed woman, let me let the women know something. When you're a healed woman, you see different, you move different, you think different. You hear me? You don't sit there and move with all that backstabbing. You don't sit there and move with all that jealousy and envy and seeds of discord when you heal. See, a lot of these women ain't healed. They need to go sit on the couch, because even though I counsel, I go get counsel myself, because guess what? I have carried all that weight. I have carried the weight of being, the chosen one. I've carried the weight of bad relationships. I didn't carry the weight of teen pregnancy. I didn't carry the weight of being dropped. I didn't carry that weight, so I have to unpack that weight myself. And people don't want to do the shadow work. It's shadow work with this thing.
It is. And it's a lot of work. They don't understand that the work for you to be the person that you are and to do the things you did, you had to go through a whole lot. And the fact that you went through it and you still have the same heart, I mean, they don't understand that, it takes a lot. And I'm telling from my side over here, sis, it takes a lot. I said I was quitting. I said, I'm not messing with these women. I ain't got time for these women. I'm going to go travel the world, lay on the beaches of the world, drink pina coladas. That's what I said. I said it last year, this a couple months ago or something like that. And I said, you know what? That's not me. That's what not God puts more in me to help these women. Because like you said, I had a baby at 16. So I ain't never have to hate. I ain't never have to be jealous of another woman. I knew I was beautiful. And nobody didn't have to tell me, because I knew that inside of me, and I done the work. I done the work. When people were being mean and nasty to me, I would look at them like, girl, boo, I ain't about that life. You could do that by yourself. I'm happy over here. I'm healed over here, because I can't take on no more mess. I got to be able to control my body so my body can stay not flaring up as lupus. If you guys know what lupus is, I can't be stressed out. I can't be worried about you and you won't care a penny about me. Just say it, and that's not being fake or phony. It's just being real. I have to be the bigger person and move on. If you got trauma, listen, you need to heal, boo-boo. You'll be back around again. You could come back off the couch, I love you the same, but we're not going to be the same. It's because I seen how you were and I forgive you, but I have to move on because God has someone else that's going to come and replace you, and they're going to be there to listen, nourish the part that I need. That's what people don't understand. You're gonna lose friends. These people are gonna betray you. They're gonna do the worst things to you in your life you ever. I mean, I experienced some stuff, and it didn't stop me because that's my heart. God, I love the Lord. And if I love the Lord and the Lord say love, I'm gonna love. I want to be hearing good and well done, faithful servant. A lot of women don't understand that we only here for a short period of time. And when your heart ain't right, you ain't getting into heaven. So you might as well listen. I ain't arguing with nobody who going to hell. When I'm gonna sit there and argue with you when I already know where you going? You gonna get your payback, because listen, what you reap you will sow. And that's a given fact. You gonna get it back, and when you mess with a child of God, like you said, God don't play about us. Oh,
he gonna get his lick back.
Oh, he hit hard. He hit harder than me. Let me just tell you, he hit harder than me. I'm over here, listen, praying, Lord, forgive them. They don't know what they do, But then he tells me, you know what? Forgive them and move on. They thought they got the best of you, but they ain't seen the best yet. Because I be wanting to throw, like I said at the war show, I be ready to throw in the towel, but he throw it back and said, get better. He tells me to get better. He says, go harder. He tells me, listen, I'm going to give you your second win. Oh, you thought you had it? You thought you had your first win? Here come your second win. And that's the second win when he sends me, oh God, people and places and do things and connections and stuff like that. And that's the connection I have with you. I thank God for that connection with you, because let me just tell you, if you said iron sharpens iron, you sharpen me, sis. I'm seeing what my sister doing today. Listen, what? Because she motivates me. She encourages me. Listen, I'm inspired by her. I'm not hating on my sister. Every picture I'll be like, gorgeous girl, good girl, you know it, and give me compliments. Now tell us, how is it that your heart has you giving compliments like that? How does it, you do that? How do you even post happy birthday of all these people that you post happy birthday? do you know all of these people?
And then some of them get mad when I don't post. First people get mad, and like I told them, I'm here to celebrate and not hate, because see, everybody want to be celebrated, sis. I don't care what they say. I'm here to celebrate and not hate. And I want to celebrate your life and not your death. Even though I still tell the happy birthday, but I do more happy birthdays while you're living. Because see, when you're gone, you don't know that I'm celebrating you. But you're going to know that in life, whether you do it back to me or not, I'm going to celebrate you. How you feel about me or not, that's on you. That's your problem. It's not mine. You know what I'm saying? So every day you wake up, and I could get it to where I put 4, 5 people, or how many ever birthdays it is, I can put them all in there together, but I don't do it. I celebrate everybody individual. Everybody, because like I told them, what celebrating you, what is it going to take away from me? That's not going to take away from me celebrating you. Anything is going to enhance me, because my Bible, God said, what you make happen for others, I'll make happen for you. That's what I understand. I may not have all the money people, these women got or whatever, but I'm rich in spirit, and they can't touch my spirit. They can't touch my spirit, and that's why they mad at me. I let my smile change the world. I don't let the world change my smile. There's some days I'm hurting, sis. There's some days I'm frustrated. There's some days I'm ready to give up. There's some days I'm tired. I'm sick and tired of being sad. But because I know I love people for real, and I know these people are hating on me for real. These are the very people that I have prayed for. These are very people I labor for. These are very people that I support. I know they don't like me, but guess what? That's their problem. It's not mine, because again, I said it again, I said it again. I know how to give people the benediction. May the Lord watch over me and thee while we're absent one from another. You understand?
There you go. Come on.
I'll show you your future. You understand? If we always the bigger person, we hang around too many small people. You understand?
Say that one more time.
If we all
one more time. Hold on for the 49.5. Look, rewind. Wait. Hold on, wait a minute. You wait. Hold on. I gotta go back because listen, I told you you spit fire. And and I love the flames. So I love the flames because listen, it burns away all the fakeness and all the phoniness and it burns it away. And so when you said you're rich in spirit, that's a not now, whoo, rich in spirit. Whoo. Come on now. And then you said, what would be a benediction? You know how to give them a benediction. Come on.
I want you blessed. You just not sitting at my table. I want you to eat. You just won't eat with me. Because see, God said this time we're eating, we're leaving no crumbs. You understand? God said make room. God said make room. This is the season where you got to make room for the real women. You got to make room for the real sisterhood. We ain't doing no more faking. We ain't doing no more skin and grinning. We're not doing that in this season. That don't mean we don't love you. We just love ourselves enough. I told you I was so loyal that I was betraying myself because I was allowing people to treat me like a doormat. Let people treat me like I'm a placeholder. No, baby, I'm not a Cracker Jack box. You won the prize, but baby, I'm a Cracker Jack box.
Hold on, I'm not the Cracker Jack box. Come on now, you won the prize, but I'm not the Cracker Jack box. You know I love you. And that's what we gotta understand. We ain't here skinning and grinning and playing. This is a real relationship. This is my real sister. I want to see her successful. Whenever she's doing, I'm there to support. Whatever I'm doing, she's supporting. Just like she jumped on tonight out of the blue. I asked her. She said yes. And that takes a lot. That takes a lot to support a sister like that, and not know, my background of doing things, like you said, you want somebody to nominate you. Earlier, I have nominated so many women. Do you think they thought twice about me? And most of them only want to see what they can get from me. So we're not doing that. We helping each other. We got to listen. I nominate my sister, she nominate me. We on the same level. You got to help people that want to pull you up, not bring you down. Listen, because some of them only want to see you on your back and not on your feet. And if you only knew that, like you said, these the same people that you prayed for, these the same people that you labor for, these the same people that you wanted to see win, and they didn't want to see you win. But all the time, I see you wanting to see others win. All the time, I see you commenting on other people's pages and giving them so many. Listen, you give a lot of words. I'd be like, hey, she said a lot of words. I gotta go back and get Al to get me some words.
Yes, that. Yes. See, I tell them all the time, since I said, see, in life, we don't get but 3 yards. That's your yard, the graveyard, and the prison yard. So we have to choose.
Say it one more time. You gotta say it one more time for them. You don't get but 3 yards. How many yards? 3 yards. Tell them again.
Yards. That's your yard, the graveyard, and the prison yard, and you have to choose them yards wisely. See, some of these women, they'll make you go to prison behind them because of the way they act. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't trying to go to prison because, see, I had to tell myself I ain't arguing with nobody who ain't got nothing to lose but a birth certificate and a cash out card. You understand?
Hold on. They ain't got nothing to lose but what?
A birth certificate and a cash app card. I'm not arguing with them. Yeah, I debate my equals. You understand?
See, and we not being funny, we being real. This is real deal. We not trying to be petty. We trying to be professional and tell you the real, because some women need to hear this. Some women need to hear that your sister is. I'm not your enemy. I'm not your competition. I'm not against you. Trust me. What you heard about me, you need to check the sender and return to sender, because they lied about me. Yes. You understand what I'm saying? Because people would try to I heard people would try to blackball you. People would tell her, don't mess with her. You know her. She did that and that third, and it be a lie. It'd be the lie from the pits of hell. They don't want you to get advanced. They don't want you to get with the right person, the right sister. They want you to stay stagnant and down there in the grave, because that's where they're going to put you at. They're not trying to see you advance. And this is the thing. I hate when people do that. I hate when people tell you something about somebody else. So what did that person help you do? How did they help you? How did they encourage you? How did they lift you up? Hold on, why you talking so bad about them? People need to fact check.
Yes,
Like
yes.
they do. They need to fact check us. And that's the thing. You said you know a lot of things have happened to you. You've overcome these things. And what helped you overcome? What
Well,
helped?
Well, a lot of it was, like I said, a lot of it was praying. And see, I used to go to two churches every Sunday. Two churches. I go to my mom and them 8 o'clock service and go to my church, 10 o'clock. So I did a lot of praying, sis. I did a lot of fasting, crying, counseling and work. I had to work. I had to work on myself. Not saying that. I was like, Lord, why do I keep attracting these types? Because that's what it keeps telling us. Was something wrong with you? No, I had to learn, when you have a healing spirit, you attract all kind of people. It's nothing to do. I'm a healer, just like you. We are natural born healers, so we attract the leeches and the takers and the, what I'm saying, and the fakers and the snakes. When you have that type of spirit, you attract that. So I learned that's just who I am. I love so hard, y'all. And I suffer from abandonment. I suffer from childhood trauma. I've been sick as a child. I had seizures. I had nosebleeds. You know what I'm saying? All that stuff. So I've been sick as a little girl, but that don't mean that's not going to define who I am as a woman, as a mother, as a friend, as a this. I don't let that define who I am. I know I'm bigger than that. I know the call on my life is bigger than that. I know that God chose me to go through every channel that I had to go through so he can equip me for such a time as this. Because I know that you was a great woman. Even when you put me on your magazine, when I asked you, I said, what I owe you, because I'm just being real. Every woman, most of these women who have came at me to go on their magazine, they want me to pay. Why should I pay when you want to honor me? You know what I'm saying? So that's why, and that's why I cried that night. You don't know. I'm telling you, I cried tears of joy, because it's very rare that you find women that really want to celebrate who you are for real, with no hate. They're, like I said, they're sharpening you. They loving on you. They're supporting you. They're sharing your pictures or whatever. Just, it don't cost nothing to support another woman. It don't cost us nothing. And that's the thing. These women cannot support you because they're not confident in who they are. There's a lot of insecure women running around. There's a lot of insecure women. I don't care who come back and watch this play. I don't care what they say. There's a lot of insecure women who not confident in who they are. They are so nasty. They are bullies. They are mean girls. I'm sick of these mean girl spirit. I'm sick of these nasty women. I'm sick of these women that act like they want you at the table. They really don't. They want to be in your business and not in your corner. They want to know your business. They want to know what's the latest tea, what's the latest gossip, who your man, who you messing with, who got you glowing, who got you smiling, who got you. No. You worry about your household, because happy women ain't hating and hating women ain't happy. You hear me?
Hold on, say it one more time. Happy women ain't hating, and hating women ain't happy. Say it one more time. Hold on, I say stuff 3 times.
Happy women ain't hating, and hating women ain't happy. And you ain't gonna make me unhappy because your butt is miserable. Misery.
Come on now. Go ahead. Misery loves company. And they do, sis. I know you're doing something. But
I'm trying to read the comments. Yes, I'm praying for you. Somebody asked me that. And that's what I'm saying.
Yes, somebody is in the private chat asking, is we praying for you like they praying for you?
Yes. Sure am praying for you, because I keep you covered in prayer. I know who that is, hiding, but I know exactly who it is. Yes, I keep prayer daily. You hear me? It's a daily prayer with me. And because I'm not fake, anything I love, I cover. And that's the thing. People don't understand what it is to be in a covenant. You understand? When a covenant is 2 or 3 touching and agreeing. So if I say I got you covered, I got you covered. I'm not trying to, because see, sometimes people say they had stabbed me in the back, and I had to take that knife out of my back and cut the ties with them. You hear me? Because they had me covered all right, ready to stab me in my back. And then it was when I turned around to see who was holding the knife. That's what got me.
That's what got me. That is what's got me. And that's the thing that most people don't understand. I'm over here. I pray for the connections and for God to reveal to me the people around me, because some people don't understand that we have to be heavily protected. I'm just saying, when you anointed and you have the love of Christ in your heart, you have to protect yourself, because people take advantage of it. They think your kindness is weakness. They don't know that you got a Glock 9 that will shoot hollow tips, and you came from the streets. And don't let this girl, this praying girl fool you. Because listen, girl, but that's not me no more. Don't take me back to where I used to be. And I would rather not be around them than fake it and phone it. And I gotta be quiet and I gotta fake. I'm not faking. I'm gonna say what I gotta say. I'm at an age right now. If you can't take it, then that's you. That's you. You need to get a little bit more stamina or whatever it is that you need in you. Because I'm telling you the truth. Ain't nobody ever in my life, having a baby at 16, told me that sugar coated for me. Ain't nobody sugarcoated for me. I always had to hear the real. And that's what they want you to do. They want you to sugarcoat stuff for them and don't tell them that this is not right. That's not a good sister. I tell them all the time, you need to come. If you got a problem with me, come. The best person to do is come to me. Don't go to nobody else talking about me. Come to me and say, look, sis, if you big enough to talk about me behind my back, you big enough to come into me in my face, because that's what we do. And if you don't like what I say, then that's you. But I'm going to respect what you say and take it in heed and keep it moving. You understand what I'm saying? I ain't going to be mad at you, because that's how you feel. You understand what I'm saying? But I'm not going to sit there and talk about my sister Shanetta. She make me sick. She always does this and that. I'm not going to do that behind your back. What would I do? What would I gain from going behind my sister back talking about her, hating on her? You understand what I'm saying? You got to go to your sister. If your sister offended you by saying something that hit home, that's you. You got to go to counseling. Get it fixed. Get it right. Stop being one of those backstabbers and, oh, I don't like her because she talk too much or she say too much. You understand what I'm saying? I don't like that. I'm a person that's real. Like, come to me, sis. Let me know what the deal is. If you don't like me, let me know you don't like me. Yes. Don't go behind my back. Look, let me know that you don't mess with me. I ain't mad, because listen, when you 1 lead 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 coming. I'm just saying. People waiting right now on my friends list to be my friend.
Because the Bible teaches us, if you have a problem with your brother or sister, obstacle go to them. But that's the thing, people don't understand how to do that. But to answer the question in the private chat, see, this is what I'm saying. You got to make sure your circle or your table is full of, you got some prayer warriors, and it's not full of haters. Because a lot of us sit at the table with a bunch of haters and not a bunch of prayer warriors. See, a lot of us, let me just go ahead and break this thing down right quick for this person.
Can I ask the question though? How do we get that private chat? I don't know.
Probably my thing, because I said it, but this is what I'm saying.
Oh, okay. I'm like, how did we get that?
See, a lot of us don't understand. A lot of us are hanging out with a bunch of pallbearers, and we don't got armor bears. We hanging out with pallbearers. And see, a lot of us think these pallbearers are the ones that taking us to our grave the day of our funeral. Now, a lot of them is they're reeling us into our grave early, because we're hanging out with pallbearers. We're walking around the living dead, because we're being around people who are speaking death curses over us, and they're not speaking life. So you got to get around some armor bearers to know what it is to honor you.
We hanging around too many pallbearers. That means carrying us to our death instead of armor bearers to taking us to the promise. Come on, somebody. We trying to go to the promise.
Yes, we're trying to get to the promised land. And so that's why I say, how can two walk together besides an agreement? So you're my sister. You way over there in North Carolina. I'm in Alabama, but I'm still can walk with you in agreement, because we're touching and agreeing, and our spirits are agreeing with each other. So I don't, we may not always agree on everything, but that's why we have a conversation. Hey, sis, what you think? And if there's something that I'm right or saying, sis, I think you need to take that down. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to take it down, because you're coming. How do I get added to the studio? Okay, this person wanted to get added to the studio.
I can't see their picture, so I need to know who their picture is. If they get on, huh? Oh, yeah, I gotta be able to see them to get them in the studio. They want to get in the studio.
You want studio, you gotta show your face, mister.
Okay, it's your mister. All right. We should have someone on as a male because you know
He said he Boaz. It's Boaz.
you know, because let me just tell you, my husband be like, I'm tired. I don't want to hear about them girls. I say, okay, now I got to change the women that I hang around because he don't want to hear about this. You know, he don't want to hear about all this stuff I got going on over here in my head. And so, I always ask you, I say, sis, am I overreacting?
Yes.
I called my sister and I said, am I overreacting about this situation? And my sister tell me, I called my girl Tina and, talk to her as well about, am I overreacting about something that I felt deeply about because I'm sensitive or I'm going through something that day? Because some women, like you said, are insecure. And when they're insecure, they make up things in their mind like somebody is against them or that somebody is hurting them because of the trauma that they've been through that they haven't healed from. And that's the thing. I had to learn that as well, that it's not about me. Some people at war with themselves.
Yes.
They at war right now fighting themselves. They sabotage themselves. I've seen that happen where, you're a great sister. You wonder what happened. I'm looking like, what happened? They sabotaging themselves because they not used to the love that you give. The love that you give is the real love. Hey, Mary J. But real love. And they not used to that. And that's the bad part about it. People have the perception of what they've been through. And that's why I started this podcast, Sister to Sister, because so many women are traumatized and trauma bond and trauma. They went through so much trauma in their life with other women, but they didn't understand why the women came into their life. The women came into your life to strengthen you. So listen, okay, I understand she may have been hurting me, but let me just tell you, God got a plan for it. Even Jesus had to be betrayed to get to the next level in his calling. Come on, somebody. I don't understand. I said, well, I told myself that. I said, if Jesus had to be betrayed, what do I think I am? Who do I?
And that's what I was telling Mr. Boaz. See, even God gave Adam instructions to wash that garden. Adam was out of order. That's how Eve got deceptive. Anytime we're out of order in our marriage, in our courtship, in our friendship, that's how we get deceptive, because we out of order. God instructed Adam to be the head of that garden. Adam was not in the rightful place, his order. So his wife, his woman got deceived. If I'm your sister, if I say I'm your sister keeper, if I'm out of order, you're going to get deceived because I'm not in order. If we are not walking in alignment and not the agreement, not divine order, not divine timing, not divine connection, we're going to get backstabbed. Because we're out of order. Our body is a temple. Man is 3-part being: mind, body, and soul. We got treat our bodies like it's a temple, like we have to treat them cars. And I know everybody don't get an oil change, they don't get a tune up, they don't get them rotating balance, they don't go get a checkup. And we just gotta be honest, they don't go get there, so they out balance. And it's a double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. And when I say man, I'm talking to women too. I'm not just talking to the men. You're unstable, so you need to go get some balance. And as women, as sisterhood, we have to balance each other. We have to. I don't know it all, sis. I'm a student of life for the rest of my life. I don't care the doctor behind my name. I'm still a student. I still need to learn. I still need to be encouraged. I still need to be uplifted. I still need to be poured into. I still need to be loved. I still need to be supported. I still need to be showed some grace. I'm gonna drop the ball sometimes.
That's it. And that's it. I'm a student at all time. When you think you bigger and better than you don't reach your level. Each level, there's going to be a new devil. Each level, there's going to be something new that you can learn. And that's with me. You know, in the phases of life, and as life happened, I was working a good job, making great money, and end up getting sick, and the job end up terminating me. So now that the job terminate me and I can't work a traditional job, I have to figure out my other ways of sources of income. So we're going to a new level and learning from my sister. My sister can give me ideas. My sister can give me different things that she know that, listen, maybe baby girl, this might help you. You understand what I'm saying? To keep you stable, this to keep you going. You know, in business, I know that you do a lot of work with the you were heavy involved in the gun violence and voters' rights. So tell us a little bit about that in your empowering single moms and young moms and men across the globe. So tell us a little bit about that. I know you're. Let me see.
He'll stay right there. He gonna pay attention. But like I
laugh because you know.
he just stay right there, baby, honey. I'm just saying, like, I am so involved into, you know, community advocates, you know, gun violence, voters' rights, because I have had I was, you know, very close members who have lost to gun violence, voluntary and involuntary. So it's near and dear to me. I was, you know, I was involved with it before it happened, but it's so personal to me. And so I do that. And then, like I said, there's been a lot of people who lost their right to vote. There's a lot of people who don't understand. A lot of them have their right and they don't know they have the right because our people perish from lack of knowledge. People don't understand. There's a lot of groundwork that I do. I got so many volunteer hours on the ground. These people see me so many places. Some of them, they're so busy trying to count my pockets, they think I'm getting paid. I don't always get paid for this work I do because I just told y'all when I got on this show, I'm rich in spirit. I may not be rich financially, but I'm rich in spirit. So that's
on the way. It's on the way. You know me. I speak.
That's why I labor in the vineyard. You know what I'm saying? Ruth was in the field gleaming when Boaz found her. That's why I gleamed. That's why Boaz came and found me and got me, because I was gleaming. I was working. You hear me? I had to go through those bad relationships. I had to go through them bad. I literally had PTSD from relationships, not just man and woman. I had it from sisterhood. Can I just tell that truth?
Come on now. Come on now.
I got PTSD from that. You understand? So everybody see what got you glowing. I'm glowing because I was already glowing before this, you know, this secret admirer came in my life. But hey, I'm glowing. But guess what? You have to make sure you're right and it's God's timing and it's ordained by God, and you're not doing it out of vulnerability or desperation. Because see, I've never been a wife on paper, but I'm a wife when I was found, because I act as a wife, I talk as a wife, I speak life into whomever I'm dealing with. I'm gonna speak life into you. I'm not speaking death of you. I'll speak to the king in you before I speak to the fool in you. But don't you make that old way rise up, because she rises up now. You understand?
You're so silly. And that's me as well. I was a wife, dressing like a wife. I was acting like a wife before I became a wife. And that's when you know you're ready. My attitude was a wife. I was doing the things that a wife's supposed to do, cooking, cleaning my own house, and doing all the things that I was supposed to do as a wife. And then when my husband came, that changed my life because it changed my name. But you when you are happy and you are whole, you can have a Boaz come in and change the game for you, and you know you bring more than to the table than a napkin. Because you bring the table, baby. Come on, somebody. I lay it, spread it, and listen. And can't no now another do it like me. So, you know, I always say it. I say, can't no now another do it like me. So you find who you want, do what you want. This is how we do it. We're going to continue to love one another and show love to each other because we happy. First of all, we happy sisters. We are
real and real. Let's make sure we're happy in real life. We don't have to fake it for
Thank
social.
you. Yes.
A lot of
And that's
people
what
fake
that's the thing I gotta say about you, sis. You always happy, girl. I be like, can I get some of that energy she got? Where did she get it from? I said, wait, hold on, let me catch her. And you inspire me to do things to get up. Look, get up, girl. I get your text in the morning. I'm like, oh, there you go. Oh, I gotta get up. I gotta make it happen.
I'm telling you, I have some people very, very dear to me right now that they're literally fighting for their life, like literally, in hospice care. And I've been over there sitting with them today, sitting yesterday. They very dear to me. And it hurt me so bad. And I had to go there and pray and lay hands. But when I left, I cried like a baby. You know what I'm saying? Mr. Boy said, are you all right? I cried because people don't understand when you got to be strong. And he said to me, you a lion in the world, but you're so submissive behind closed doors, because I can be submissive when you're led properly, when you're loved properly. You can be submissive. I'm tired of being superwoman. I'm tired of having to be the man and the woman. I'm tired of having masculine energy. I'm a girly girl for real. I said, look,
No, I
I,
want to be in my soft girl
you
era.
hear? I
Ain't
said,
no more survival over
no,
here.
no,
No, we
no.
not surviving. We thriving. Come on, somebody.
I went from because my other book was I Survived Broken Pieces. So I'm coming out with this new book. It's gonna be Healing Broken Pieces, because I'm healed, baby. I'm healed. I just had a missing piece to my puzzle, baby. And I just had a missing piece. And guess what? Even with or without that piece, I'm still the icing on the cake. You understand? That's just flavor to me. That just add to my happiness, add to my peace, add to my joy. Because if we look for man or woman to be our peace, we already messed up. They got to come adding peace. They got to come adding happiness. They got to come adding joy. They got to come adding that to you.
And
You
that,
are
my sister, I say the same thing for my sister. If she ain't adding to my life, if she not encouraging me, she not lifting me up, I'm not finna be dealing with drama all the time. I ain't got no drama. I only watch drama on them talk shows, and I hate when they get to arguing and fussing, because they should be bigger women. They should be talking about, but people don't feed into that. They feed into drama. They feed into fighting. They feed into all of the negative. They don't feed into how much my sister and me can make today. And hey, Dr. Latricia, Nicole, and that's my girl. And then Rosalind. Hey, Rosalind, I'm just seeing everybody on here now. Tina has been with us the whole show. And then, but they see the negative, and that's how they perceive us women to be, at that arguing and fussing and bickering back and forth. Some of us don't want that. I'm trying to make a meal. I don't understand what you got. Listen, if that's make you feel some type of way, you don't understand my situation. And I have to go through that, because us women, we are the business.
yes,
We are business. We business women. Like you said, Ruth was gleaming in the field, but the Proverbs 31 woman was making money. She was making it happen for her man. She made her man be the most likely man, because of how she
yes,
ran. She ran business. And so that's what I want. And we can't, as sisters, we can't do that if we fussing and fighting. Because I'm gonna tell you, fussing and fighting stop the money. Come on, somebody, you better understand. I'm from the streets. Fussing and fighting stop the money. Like they say, shooting and killing fight to stop the money. Fussing and fighting stop the money. So if we can't make a meal or be a billionaire if we fussing and fighting, I mean, and that's what we want to do. Because I want to be able to go to Italy. I want to be able to be in Rome. I don't want to sit here and just experience Raleigh, North Carolina the rest of my life.
oh. And so that's what I was saying, because Mr. in this chat was like, what about the women what about the people that's at your table? Are they praying? And that's when I said earlier, you have to make sure your table is full of prayer warriors and not haters, because sometimes we're surrounded at the table with a bunch of haters. And I said it, I don't know if he been on here the whole time. I said sometimes we have to be mindful of the tables we sit at, because sometimes the host is selling us poison. The host want us sick, because the host don't want you bigger than them. You know what I'm saying? When they see you as a threat, you always a target. You understand?
Hard.
You always a target because you're too busy trying to compete with me instead of, you know what I'm saying, instead of eat with me. And let's make sure let's, I mean,
Hold up. You too busy trying to compete with me instead of eat with me
yeah,
because I'm gonna eat regardless.
come
I'm
on.
not losing. I refuse to lose, and that's my thing, sis. I refuse to let someone make me lose because they on their losing streak or they want to continue to be the same person. I'm not the same person I was yesterday. I'm a different person. I got my different wig on today. But
Yes. And not only that, some of them act like they want to collaborate, sis, but they really want to collaborate.
oh, say that again. Collaborate.
Yeah,
Hey.
collaborate, but they really want to collaborate. You understand?
Yes. And that's the thing. You have when you have that, you already know. Listen, I don't see a benefit for me. If it's not beneficial, I hate to say this. If your relationship with your sister is not beneficial, move on.
That's it.
Move on. I know girls that have been friends forever and they stuck in the same place and they one move and go up, they always talking down on that girl or they trying to keep her down. I seen them and they it's a clique, it's so-called cliquish thing, a mean girl thing where they only hang with the same girls. And so you can't see if you encourage one, they she moving up, they trying to bring her back down. And then she comes back down because that's what she used to. Baby girl, I ain't used to being down. I'm always up. I told my husband to bury me standing up.
I, look, I told my kids to bury me face down so all my critters can kiss my behind. I,
I said no. I said me standing up so they'll never see me on my look on my back again. They'll never.
Only time I'm gonna look down is to admire my shoes. I don't care if I got
it.
you,
Oh,
you know, only time I'm gonna look down. But see, people don't understand when you're a real woman and you're real, your brother, sisters, keeper, you fix that woman's crown. You don't tear it down. If my crown get tilted, then you fix my crown. This is when you tell your sister crown adjusted. You sort of and so I'm telling you, I'm just being real. It used to bother me when people talked about me. You hear me? It used to bother me. I said, God, what are they talking about me for? And then God said, every time they talk about you, guess what I'm doing? I'm adding another star to your crown. Every time they talk about you, I'm gonna add another star to your crown. So let them keep talking because there's a star. There's a star. And people got to realize the stars and the moon don't shine at the same time, but they still shine.
come on now.
They still shine. I don't have to take away your shine and shine. We both can shine together or we can shine at different times because everything got a season to it. Everything. We all got our season. Everything people see me getting, I didn't hate on nobody. I didn't steal from nobody. I didn't rob from nobody. I waited my time, my turn. I planted seeds. I cried. I was sick. I was jobless. I was, homeless. Cars repossessed. Lights turned off. All that stuff. I went through it. So I'm transparent in my walk. So you will never be able to one up me because I'm gonna tell my own story. God.
Hey, I say I can tell my story better than anybody else.
Girl. You gonna tell a lie. You gonna add some, take some out and everything else. How you gonna tell my story better than me? Because guess what? What I wrote in chapter 1 ain't in chapter 10. Keep reading.
Keep reading. And you, like you said, I don't have to dull my sister shine to shine. Stars shine together. I'm just telling you that together. And nothing that my sister have, I can have. Because let me just tell you, if you should, like she said, you can't walk in her shoes. Hey, Lanisha, that's my girl, Lanisha on here. Hey, Elma, how you doing? And but I can't walk in your shoes, and definitely I know that you can't walk in my shoes, and nothing that you have, because what's for me is for me, and what's for you is for you. I can't handle what you've been through. I know for a fact. Listen, you like you said, I probably don't want to go through it, and that's the thing women have to understand. God created you uniquely made. It ain't I'm like my sister or my sister's my competition. No, you You uniquely made. He created your handprint to be unique. So therefore, your handprint and what you doing in your life, me and my sister might look like we doing the same thing, but it's so much different because she is who she is and I am who I am. And when you know who you are, you don't have to hate on another woman. You can be sisters and know that, look, my sister is, I'm with you. I'm with you. I'm behind you. You ain't got to worry about turning around and seeing if I'm still there, because I'm going to be there. I'm not going to stab you in your back because I'm happy, healed, and whole. Come on, somebody. I'm not going to go and try to mess with your Boaz because I got my own king of the hill. Come on, somebody. But, these women got to understand, and first of all, they need to make sure home is happy.
Come on.
Home is happy. Body is happy. Make sure your body is, because your body can turn around your attitude. Your body can change everything for you. And that's what we need. We need more women to think that my sister's not against me. I don't care what that other girl said that she did. Let me ask that girl what she did to my sister.
Yeah. Because see, the mind is just like the body. We got to make our bed up every day. See, a lot of them don't make the bed. That's why they can't make their mind up. They don't make the bed up. And then common sense is just like deodorant. Everybody
they don't make it. Now I was taught, when I get out the bed, you make the bed. You make your bed up. That was something that I learned, that you get out of bed, you make that bed up. Yeah.
So Mr. Boaz said the problem is people walk around with imposters and make it up in shiny things and all that stuff. And yes, they does. They walk around, they make up, they come around with imposter syndrome on. And like I said, skin and grinning and pretending to the mask fall off, because some people only want to be around you to see what they can get out of you. Whether, some of them want to mimic and copy you. Some of them, like I said, they got a copycat spirit. They got a hating spirit. They got a jealous spirit. They got a murdering spirit. Who murdered Cain? His brother, who murdered him? So it's the murder of the sisterhood. It's a mother. And see, the enemy hates relationships. So anything.
Hold. Say it one more time. The enemy hates relationships. Not only do he hate marriages and family, he hates relationships. Yes. Come on.
Anything devour, he gonna devour, steal, kill, and destroy by any means necessary. So he comes in to steal, kill, and destroy. So he used the closest thing within. A lot of us got enemies on the inside of our camp. That's why we got them on the outside, because it come from the inside out, not outside in. How you know how to kill my name? How you know how to murder my name if somebody close to me ain't did it first? How you know how to murder me? You understand? Some of us been sleeping with the enemy. Some of us, we're hitched to the enemy. Some of us got the enemy carrying our last name. We just got to be real about this thing. If we gonna talk, you hear me? And I'm telling you right that you got to change your circle, because you got to change your circle. See, I need your four corners, because I need four corners. I'd rather have 4 solid corners than 100 solid scattered pennies. Because they all fake. Turn them over 2 faces. I don't need 100 folks. I give me 4 solid people, because I'm going to be the fifth one. If you show me 4 broke people, you're going to be the fifth one. If you show me 4 rich people, you're going to be the fifth one. So watch who you hanging out with. Bad company corrupts good character. Who you hanging out with?
Come on now. Who you hanging out with? Is they showing any fruit? That's what I want women to understand. If a sister, I can do something and I can show you how to do it. That's fruit right there. I'm showing you good fruit, because the other sister ain't doing nothing for you but talking about you and trying to sleep with your man and try to, tear down your house. They say a fool tears down his house. Come on, somebody, and you got to stop tearing down your house, women, because of the relationships that you used to, like you said, that you're sleeping with, the people who have taught you about the enemy, who betrayed you. And these sisters around here are showing you good fruit. Come on, somebody, because listen, I only want good fruit in my life. I don't want no rotten fruit, because I can't do nothing with nothing rotten. I get sick of rotten stuff. What Mr. Boaz?
Mr. Boaz said let's see. A hoe builds a house. A hoe builds a house. A wife builds a home. Lord have mercy.
Tell them that's the fool that's tearing down their house, their hoe.
That's it. It's, that's what people don't understand about a true Proverbs 31 woman. She's blessed. Her children blessed. Her husband. Everything she touches blessed. And that's what I said. I'm a Proverbs 31 woman because anything that I touch is blessed. See,
Yeah.
in any relationship, I don't care, friendships, courtships, I'm going to leave you better than you found me. I don't. You leave me messed up. It's because that's your character, not mine. I'm gonna leave you better than I found you because a relationship is that ship is designed to carry you somewhere. Where's that ship? Is we stand to shore or is you trying to throw me
going somewhere?
Are you drilling holes in my ship because you can't sink it? Because I said this on my podcast a few weeks ago. God ain't never delivered my mail to nobody else's address. The Mr. Mailman may have mixed it up. Mr. Mailman may have put my mail somewhere else, but God didn't do it. The postman did it. But God ain't never delivered my mail because it's signed, sealed, delivered. It's mine. It's mine. Got my name on it.
It's got my name. Hold on. Your blessings have your name on it. You ain't got to worry about missing a blessing. You ain't got to worry about it going to somebody else because it already has your name on it, sis. If God want to bless you, he going to bless you. You ain't got to worry about your sister getting your blessing. It ain't no way that I'm going to get nobody else's blessing because God ain't going to deliver it to the wrong what? Address.
Because see, when it comes from God, it comes with clarity. When it comes from the devil, it comes with confusion. God is not the author of confusion. I told Mr. Boaz, and I tell any other lady, when God gives you something, he's going to give it to you. It's divine. We can't pray and ask God to order our steps and we're scared to move our feet because fear is nothing but false evidence appearing real because we're afraid of what's in front of us because we're too busy trying to be comfortable to holding on and being stuck and stagnant. No, baby. God gave me the spirit to go and step over scorpions and witches and warlocks. And break generational. God gave me dominion and authority. That's why I know how to speak life. I know how to speak life as I'm going through it myself. God, give me the strength to, he may not move that mountain, but he'll give me the strength to climb that thing. God, he'll give us the strength to get rid of this lupus. He'll give us the strength to go on even when we feel like giving up, even when we want to throw in the towel, even when we looking pretty and don't nobody know we sick as a dog. We can't walk. We can't do that. God will give us the strength. Don't you understand? It was Shadrach, Meshach, and the bad nigga roll. I call myself the bad nigga roll. God got in there with us. You hear me? I know it's Bendigo, but I say bad nigga roll. You understand?
We know the word. We just over here, paraphrasing.
Someone might try to come at me, but I'm just letting them know. So I thank God because, like I said, I come from single parenthood. I come from Section 8. I come from food stamps. I come from hanging on the block hustling. So I know what God can do. All the time I look back is to see how far I come. I look back to go back. Hallelujah. I don't look back to go back.
We don't look back to go back. We know where we came from. Listen.
I look back so another woman can know. Look, this woman came from Section 8. This woman put 4 kids through college. 3 have already graduated. This woman did this. This woman who had a child at 16. This woman who the world counted out, but God counted her in. Hallelujah. God counted me in. The world may have counted me out, but God counted me in. God said, I chose you. I predestined you for greatness. And you know what I tell them right now? I would rather choke on greatness than to nibble on mediocrity. Okay.
I'd rather choke on greatness. Come on,
nibble on mediocrity.
Than nibble on mediocrity. Come on, somebody. We ain't listen. We supposed to be the greatest. I don't understand why people say you're cocky when you talk confident, but the Bible speaks to tell us to speak a thing and it shall be done. If we continue to speak a thing, we speak it in advance. Come on now. You gotta start calling yourself, I'm blessed. I'm highly favored. I'm walking in the fullness of the Lord. He is my savior. You got to know who he is to be able to talk confident. It's not cocky. It's confidence. I said confidence in the Lord. And that's how you can speak like this. You can speak encouragement. You can speak life and not death. Come on, somebody, because you know who he is in your life. And so if he ain't failed yet, So why am I gonna sit here and talk negative and talk down and be timid? Come on, he put me here to be no timid.
He said, whatever you bind here on earth shall be loose in heaven. So bind it up. I speak the spirit of I'm the head and not the tail. I speak not the bar. I speak the spirit of marriage. I speak longevity. I speak we shall live and not die prematurely. I speak that on the daily. That's why I encourage people. That's why I lift people. I am the head and not the tail. I am the leader, not the bar. I am above and not beneath. I'm not and let nobody tell me. My Bible tell me that I can do all things through Christ which strengthen me. I continue to look towards the hills which come my help. All my help come from the Lord. I gotta look up. Even when I want to look down, even when I'm depressed, I told people, don't you know depression? If you turn it around, it's press on. So I'm telling some woman tonight, press on. I'm telling some man tonight, press on. I'm telling some child tonight, press on. Turn it around. You hear me? Things are turning around. It said, we've been made endure for a night, but joy is coming in the morning. Thank God for joy. Thank God for grace. Thank God that he able to even have us on this live tonight, being able to speak life into each other, being able to uplift one another, being able to show with sisterhood. It don't matter if you sit in North Carolina and I'm sitting in Alabama. Baby, we can sit here together and we can love on each other together. We can celebrate each other together, because guess what? When God make it happen for me, I'm going to make it happen for you. I swear to God to that. This is my right hand of God, because I love you that much.
Yep. And that's what it's about. It's
Yeah.
about us speaking life and
Yeah.
encouraging each other and coming together as sisters in on this podcast to uplift, because the sister need to be uplift tonight. Someone may have wanted to give up. Someone wanted to give up on their sisters, of finding good sisters. There are good sisters out here. Don't let your trauma, don't let what you've been through stop you from experiencing again. I mean, again and again and again and again and again. If you stop right now, and you're going to stay stagnant. But if you continue to grow and you continue to work on you, like you said, I had to have that sister do me like that. I had to learn, because I'm a healer. And the reason why I go through what I go through, because I have a healing spirit. But and that's what the gift that they said I had. In ministry, I'm a healer, and I want to see everybody healed and whole. I want to see all my sisters progress and be prosperous. Go ahead, sister.
Can I let the women know something? Because I have to be honest and transparent, ladies.
Go
Gentlemen,
ahead. Let the spirit move you.
I know you, but let me let y'all know something. The healing hurts worse than the wound.
Woo.
Let me be honest with you. The healing hurt worse than the wound, because guess what? You're tearing back them ugly layers. It's like an onion. Anybody know me? I hate onions. Lord, I don't mean to use the word hate, because I know Facebook, they don't try to comfort me, Facebook. I said I hate onions, not people. So I'm telling you, you got to peel it off one layer at a time, because you're healing. You're healing that childhood. You're healing that, that teen adolescent. You're healing that adult adolescent, because we go through trauma, men and women. That's why we got to stop these race wars. Men need women, women need men, women need each other. We need each other, y'all. We gotta stop these race wars. We gotta stop letting society put that we don't need each other, that we don't need to be there, that we don't need to love on each other. We got to stop this slave mentality. We ain't never been on a plantation, some of us, but we got a plantation mindset. This light skin.
Hold on. We have a plantation mindset. That means you in slavery and you in bondage.
Yeah.
That means that you don't see a way out. All you see is a yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. And that's good to say when you're respecting somebody. But far as you saying that on a daily basis, you need to learn that we are blessed. We're highly favored. We supposed to be. Look, I know my birthright. I know what God has told me that I deserve, and so when we know what we deserve, you can't tell nobody no different. And like you said, that slave mentality. Some of us have a poverty mentality because of our parents, of what we've been through. I've been in the projects.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, I used to live let me just tell you, I used to live in a 10 trailer. Come on, somebody, like a 10 trailer, like one of them single wides. And we didn't have any water. We used to have to tote water from my grandma's house in Chapel Hill, which is 30 miles away, to our trailer that was in Carborough. And people don't understand that I ain't always had the glitz and the glamour. I went through the struggle. I had a Jerry curl, you know, and these things that made me the way that I am. So I don't pick on nobody. I don't talk down on nobody, because you can easily be what you talk down on. You can easily be what you're picking at. Come on, somebody, because as sisters, we have to understand. Listen, one might not be where we at spiritually, emotionally. They might not be there. They might not be there with they walk with Christ. But we have to stay in grace and understand. Listen, she might be just going through something today. You know, I be looking at people. Why you telling me? Oh, you going through something today? Let me just pray for you and keep it moving. You know, understand? I see my daughter on here. She said, "Speak." Tarisha. I see Pastor Carla on here. I see Miss Cynthia on here. I just have to call them out a little bit here. I see Tina. I see Natoya, Pastor Natoya on here. She is a sister for real. That's my girl. She my sister. You got to get to know her too. She's an amazing sister. She does amazing things for the community as well. You know, and you have to give people their flowers while they're here. Come on, sis. You give people their flowers. Tell us about you giving people their flowers while they're here. You got to give them what is due to them.
Yes. And so that's what I was saying when you were saying about, people. See, we got to understand the difference between our Peters and our Judas. Peter had a bad day. Judas had a heart. There's a lot of people got bad hearts. I don't care how much they go out here and get a BBL, TDL, CDL. I don't care what you go get. That if you don't fix that heart, it's not worth nothing. You got to fix the heart. I don't care about you fixing all that other stuff. You got to fix your heart. It's starts inside out. I don't care how many weights you go in that gym and uplift. You got to fix that heart. And there's a difference, because we all are flawed, because I have flaws too. But there's a difference between a character flaw and then that's your character. That's just who you are. Because your character should speak for you. Integrity should speak for you. Standards should speak for you. You know what I'm saying? The word of God, it said, out of the mouth flow issues of the heart. So whatever your mouth speak, that's what's going. That's the issue. You know what I'm saying? That's going with you, because bitter and sweet cannot flow from the same fountain.
That's right.
You know,
and that's the problem. It's the heart. The heart with our sisters. So they need to heal their heart first. And that's what I understand is, that's my heart is to live and not die. My heart is to see the goodness of the Lord. My heart is to see my sister have the goodness of the Lord. But if she don't want me to have it, that don't mean I'm going to let her stop me from getting it. You know, I'm just saying, I'm going to continue to have this same heart, because I know this heart is where it's going to get me to heaven. I want to hear good and well, like I told you earlier, I want to hear good and well done, faithful servant. I don't want to hear turn from me.
Depart from me, because I never knew you. I want to be
turn from me. I'm like,
come on, give me
what, Lord? I did all this, Lord.
The 12 gates. You hear me? I get the gates. Open the floodgates and let it rain. You understand? That's what they don't understand, because we all are just pilgrims passing through. This world is not our home. We're passing through. And if you ain't got a passport or whatever, you ain't got your flight. See, that's one call you cannot delay. You cannot deny. When he called your name, you either on that roll call or not. We don't need a conference call. We don't need a three-way call. We don't need hey, what you think? If God call you, he call you. But it said many are called, but a few are chosen. Baby, I said you got to be called and chosen. Because you got to answer the call.
You have to be called and chosen. Yeah. He ain't playing, and I ain't playing. I'm not letting nobody make me miss the mark because of their foolishness.
Come on. He said, on your mark, get set, get ready, let's go. You hear me?
Oh,
he said, I go if I got to go by myself. If mama don't go, daddy don't. So I don't care if you don't want to go. I'm going by myself. I'll take the one and leave the 99. He said, one can put how many in the flight?
10,000.
And two can put how many? You hear me? That's what I'm. tell them. So we got to learn how to put these things to flight. If Jesus fed 5,000 with 2 fish and 5 loaves of bread, just imagine if we had the real sisterhood and brotherhood. Just imagine how many people we can feed. You give a man a fish, you'll feed him for a day. You teach him to fish, you'll feed him for life.
And that's what I believe, sister, is teaching women to fish for a lifetime. I teach you how to start your own business. I can teach you how to get your. I have a lip gloss business. I sell lip gloss, but I will teach women how to do the same thing because she's not my competition. She's my sister. Let me show you how to do it for yourself. Put your name on it. Brand yourself. Do your thing. I'm not mad. You my sister. What would I get mad for? Like, that's not that God, you God's people. You're not just me, my people. I'm here to help you. I'm here to help advance. I'm doing what God did. He fed them. He fed them with what? And I'm going to show you how to feed yourself. If I gotta keep feeding you, then I'm working extra hard. I tell my daughter that if I can't show you how to feed yourself, then I'm good. But if I gotta feed you, what are you gonna do without me? What you gonna when I'm gone?
What they say. You're gonna suffer, and people don't understand the GPS is God's positioning system. So people don't understand once you put that address in where you going, and long as you got to pay attention to a GPS system. And I know it's a navigation system, but I'm just telling people what I say God's positioning, because anytime you're going straight, you don't hear God saying something. It's when you get off track, God said, go left, go right. You know what I'm saying? That's when we hear God. Long as you're going down the right road, God don't say nothing to you. It's at the end of the road when he said that, well done, thy good and faithful servant. But when we're making them wrong turns and this and that, and God telling us to go right and we going left, that's when we hear from God. Because he said, I told you to stay straight. He said, I'm making every crooked path straight.
That's it.
God said, every crooked path straight.
Every crooked path, not just one, not just he's every crooked path that is going to be straight. And a good man's steps are ordered by the Lord. So he's going to order your steps if you listen, and he's sending people your way, but you want to hurt and hinder yourself, but with the people that God is sending. He's sending people to bless you. I found out myself, he's sending people to bless you, and they still blessing me. People still wanting to work to do this for me. And it's people that I never thought and that paid attention to me. And and they say, I see you bouncing back. I see you coming forward. I see you working hard. Like you, sis, I see you going hard. I see you doing your thing. And I commend you on that. I'm not going to tear you down and say you're doing too much. Come on. You're not doing enough. You ain't doing enough yet. So when people want to talk about, you moving too fast, you going and doing this and that, they don't know what God told you because it wasn't a conference call. Your calling ain't a conference call. Your agenda and what God have on your itinerary is not a conference call. It's your calling. And so you walking in them shoes, not them. And so when they not doing enough, that's what one lady told me. She said, you stepping on toes because you're coming hard, and people that are healed are laying and they mediocre and they be happy with where they at. They not trying to see greatness. They not trying to get there. And the fact that they not trying to get there, you passing them, and I ain't even trying. I ain't in competition. I'm not in the race. I'm not trying to be in the race. I'm bowing out. Look, I be like, I'm tired.
Where everybody go? Is this thing? Did it kick everybody out? Because I don't see no comments. I don't see no nothing. Did they?
I don't know. It probably did. Well, your Boaz said a man comes with a destination for his woman. Y'all two. Okay, listen. Y'all two. Yeah, they just ain't. They listen. They listening.
Okay.
You being great. That's what I'm saying. You being great. Yeah. And this is what I'm gonna let you go because it's 9 o'clock. I don't want to keep you too long. But this is what sisters needed. They need a little girl talk. They need a little one-on-one, with two sisters that truly love each other and not just on the show. You understand what I'm saying?
Right,
This is not a show. This
right.
is not for show. We talk daily. This
Yeah,
is a daily talk. And
daily.
if we just say good morning, that's it.
Mhm.
And I listen to, your podcast and what you got to say, and you spit fire, and I love your pictures and what you post, and that's the support. Even if we not together, we don't be together, and we're not in the same vicinities, I'm still gonna show my sister love,
Yeah,
and that's what we have to do. We
yeah.
got to show each other love
And let
and
me
show each other that we care about each other. Listen, I know my sister got my back. I ain't worried about that. You understand what I'm saying?
know I
And
got back because, like I said, you such a phenomenal woman, and I know many women don't tell you that because inferior or intimidation. But you're such a phenomenal woman, like I said, to go through the trials and tribulations, just to be laid on your bed of affliction, not even a few weeks ago, with all that, and not even be able to get the medicine, and just because it takes boldness to even go out here to put your business to the forefront and put up a GoFundMe page, because people talk, well, she supposed to be this. You know how people talk, sis. I don't need to be sitting in line and sugarcoat, because I'm not Willy Wonka and you ain't the chocolate factory. You hear me? So we got to tell the truth and shame the devil. So I commend you. I honor you. I respect you. Like I
but
said,
they
what you
don't even understand. They don't even understand. I'll try instead of die.
come
I
on,
will try instead of die.
come on, come
So I listen. It's better to let people know my situation and what's going on. I ain't claim to be balling. I ain't claim to
come on.
be a billionaire. I call myself until it happened. Yeah, I'm gonna
Yes,
speak it into existence.
yes.
And when it happened, then I can, do the things for those people that did help me out. But I ain't claim to be no billionaire out here. Who can do 6 grand a month?
But
Who?
but 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 like that's what I said. That's where it goes back to when I first started. You're rich in spirit, because we dress well and we look well and we don't look like the hell we've been through. They think we got it. People, like I said, they pocket watch. They do this. They see us on these trips. They don't be to know we could be on a payment plan. You know what I'm saying? They don't know. Somebody could have just said, "Let me sow a seed." They don't understand exactly what God has did in our life. So that's the reason why the hate come, the jealousy come, because we make the struggle look good. We make the sickness look good. We make poverty. We done broke the back off of poverty. So that's why we're so hated. That's the reason why the jealousy and envy come in. Baby, I've been at the $10 store getting clothes. I've been at the thrift store getting it. I've been online, Shein, Temu, Fashion Nova. I don't care. I make the clothes. The clothes
But
don't make.
good. I don't care where they came from, right?
You
Since
hear me?
I'm wearing stuff like God did it. God
Yeah,
did. I lost 50 pounds from last year juicing and stuff, and I'm wearing clothes from 2017 that I kept in buckets of what is called them bales.
yeah.
I had 6 bales of clothes that I kept. I said one day I'm gonna wear them clothes. I said one day, I used to tell my daughter, one day I'm gonna wear them clothes again. And God did it. And now I'm in the same size I was in 2017. These ain't no new clothes.
Come
These is
on.
just freshly kept
Come
clothes.
on. That's
And
it.
listen, I just kept this from a long time ago. This ain't no buying stuff. I ain't nobody buying no new stuff with nobody's money. Girl, who I'm over here, little saving. So I can be in Puerto Rico. Y'all,
Go look at Boaz comment to you. Go look what he said.
y'all
Go look what he said to you.
and give some wisdom from the text. We can do that. We can
Okay.
do that.
Yes.
I want to do that because to have the men come on and give wisdom to women. Some men can preach better to a woman than a woman can preach to another woman because women respect the man, a man, especially if he's good looking and he's fresh and yeah.
Yeah.
And so but especially that, and I want men to come on. I just haven't found none. We need to find
Yeah.
some men to come
Yeah.
on.
So
Listen. Yeah.
So you just let us know your schedule, Mr. Boaz, and we can get you on to talk about it. Just let us know your
Yeah, and I
schedule,
have my husband come
and
on and
she'll have her husband come on, and then y'all can talk. Because again, it needs to be talked. Because let me just be honest. There are so many relationships or reality shows telling us how to tear down marriages, but there's not enough telling us how to build them up and how to build relationship and how to build each other up and how to be able to sit at the table with great men and great women and honor each other without trying to do threesomes and being all in the bed with each other and all that. We just got to be real now. When we talk about sisterhood now, we got to learn what it is to honor each other in life. And death we don't know, but honor us in life.
That's right. And we can do that. We can definitely do that. I'm open with
Yeah.
it because it needs to be done. Positivity need to be spreaded more. Sisterhood needs to be spreaded more. And that's why I did this show. And I'm gonna let us go because I don't want to keep us too long. And I know my husband like, well, my wife doing.
Yes.
But I want us to be able to understand, like, listen, this we can be positive, we can be sisters, we can hold each other hand, we can sharpen each other. I can encourage my sister, I can compliment my sister without feeling insecure. I can do these things because that's what me and you do. We do it on a daily basis. It's in us. That's what we do. And when you do that, that shows a lot about you. Some women don't compliment another woman. Some women don't even encourage another woman, give them an accolade oh, you doctor, what? How
Yeah.
did you get your
Yeah.
doctor?
All that stuff. They want to challenge and question how you get your doctor. All kind. Don't worry about it. Guess what? God gave it to me. God granted it. Don't you worry about it. You just get yourself in a position to get you one. Because guess what? This road ain't been easy, but it's
And
been.
look, I'm gonna help you get it. Because
Thank
if you holler at me, I'm gonna help you get
you.
your doctorate.
That's
Listen,
it.
if you jealous of me, maybe it's because you ain't got one.
That's
And
it.
so I can help you
I
get
can
yours.
help you get it. You know what
I
I'm saying?
can help you
But
get
but
it.
like I told him, that's why I told you. I'm giving these people the benediction because see, I gave a lot of people flowers that didn't give me nothing but thorns.
And see, I told you you spit fire. Yeah, Tina, you do love to get compliments.
Yeah, Tina, you do. I appreciate you so.
And that's, let me say you before we go. Tina, how I met Tina is online. She used to share my content and stuff, and she was the only person sharing my stuff, like just the
Mhm.
only person. And then I got to know her, and then I got to meet her and bring us the lip gloss in North Carolina, and we've been friends ever since. That's my girl. We
Telling you.
ride. Dr. Tina, that's right,
Yeah,
Dr. Tina.
come on, Dr. Tina. I'm telling you, see, God know how to put you in the room with healers. They think we got to have MD behind our names. God know how to put you in the room with women that know how to heal each other, be real to each other, love on each other. Because baby, healing is the children's bread. We are overcomers by the word of the Lamb and by the blood of the Lamb and the word of our testimony. So our testimonies is real. Our love is real. Our authentic is real. Our heart is real. It is pure. It is golden. We're gonna live our life like it's golden until that day comes when he say, from labor to reward, well done, well done. Come on, thy good and faithful servants. You've been faithful over a few things. Come on up a little higher so I can make you ruler over many. Because see, like I was telling Boaz, a true Proverbs 31 woman needs a true Ephesians 5 man. Anything else is uncivilized. You got to have Ephesians 5 men, women. We can't run around here with these peasants. We can't run around here with these jackass and whoop your ass and all that kind of ass. We need the real Boaz. Come on now. We got to have them.
Right, and that's exactly right. And most people are not happy because they with jackass and they will whoop your ass.
And lazy ass. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
lazy ass.
Lazy want you to get up
They
on.
with that, and that's why I said home.
Yeah.
Home is most important, that a woman takes care of her house and
Yeah.
not tear it down. And so we building each other up, we lifting each other up, and we gonna continue this sister to sister, and we gonna bring the men on, and
Yeah.
so men can give their insight on what a woman needs to hear. Because we're supposed to be soft, and this is our soft era.
Yes.
My manicure and my pedicure is too cute for me to be hard. You
Yes.
understand? You know what I'm saying? And so that's where we're at as women. We want some love. We want to be loved. We want to give love because we're nurturers. We're just nurturers. And we want to see our men do well. We want to see our friends do well. And this is what Sister to Sister's about. And what would you give, like the last little bit of encouragement to the sisters before we go? I know we've been on quite a long time, but this is the first show.
Yes.
I had to let the spirit move.
Yes. So what I would tell the women is, um, Boaz said you need Ruth, Delilah, all that, because he know at times I'm all them, but I'm still in line because he, we got to have a little sassiness every now and then. But what I'm just telling the women that let's honor each other, let's respect each other, let's love on each other in real life, not on social media. We can show it, but we have to be real in person and out of person. We have to be who God called us and created us to be. We have to get the speck out of our own eyes, ladies, because we all are flawed. Let's make sure if before I come sweep around your porch, I better sweep around mine, because home is your first ministry and charity starts at home. So we have to do the charity work at home. It's okay to compliment another woman. It's okay to support another woman. It's okay to share another woman's post. It's okay to celebrate another woman's accomplishments. It's okay to I tell these women it's okay to be a fan of my man. Just don't come out them stands, okay? Because you can be a fan. You hear me? Just don't come out the stands. You hear me? And it's okay to tell another woman, sis, you're pure, you're beautiful, you got it going on. I'm inspired by you. I want to support you for real. I'm not coming with no hidden agendas or no ulterior motives. It's okay to say, hey, I appreciate the way you raise those kids, your grandkids. I mean, I love and honor that. You know what I'm saying? I love and honor and I respect who you are as a woman. I respect who you are as a man. I respect who you are as a leader in the community. I respect you. It's okay, y'all. We got to get to a place where we learn it's okay to tell another woman that she's great. And I'm here to tell, I have to say this word before, because I always say it every day. Go be great even when they hate. And let me let you know something. In order to be successful, you're going to have to go down a wall of haters.
Come on now.
In order to be successful, you going down that wall of haters. But don't you understand, they ain't never free.
If they ain't hating, you ain't doing nothing.
It ain't nothing but free advertising, because
That's
you
it.
either going to be the headline or you going to be the topic.
Come on now.
So the choice is yours. I'd rather be the headliner than the topic.
That's right. Sister, we had such an amazing time. We got to do this again,
Yes.
and we got to have Mr. Boaz on.
Yes. We're gonna, because believe me, we're gonna talk about it when I get off the
phone. When he put the ring on it,
on,
put the ring, where the ring at, Mr. Boaz. You can't be a Boaz without the ring.
Oh, Mr. Boaz, do you hear her talking? Because you know in the chat, he said yes, ma'am. He said yes.
You gotta put the ring on. You gotta take it off the market. If you ain't taking it off the market, it's witchcraft, because you playing with somebody else's blessing. Come on, somebody.
He said I'm a whole husband. He said he a whole husband. Honey.
Right. Listen, well, I need to hear wedding bells and doves flying and all that. I need to be going to a wedding in Huntsville or Atlanta, wherever we gonna do this.
Forever, you hear me? Forever. Guess what? We ain't got time to be put on no clearance rack. We ain't got time to be put on no shelf. We ain't got time.
No, we ain't got time, because you ain't
got to take me all the way off the market, baby. You got to take me all the way off the market.
That's right.
I'm a whole wife. I'm a whole
blessing. If you ain't I ain't blessing you, then I'm next. Move on. Somebody else. Listen, but I love it. Listen,
he said ATL wedding, get married at Popeyes on Tuesday, 3-piece fish for $2. Honey, he get on my nerves.
But we're going to do this again, sis, and we're going to continue to love on sisters. We're going to continue to encourage. We're going to continue to do what we do. And we ain't going to let nobody change our heart, because it's a heart that truly matters. And thank you, Cynthia. We truly enjoyed having you on, commenting today. I thank everybody that commented today. I thank everybody that supported today. Listen, I'm so grateful, because everybody that done what they do, I can't do it without you. I can't do it without you. I can't do it without my sis. I can't do it without my team. I can't do it without my Tina. You understand what I'm saying? And so I'm so grateful. And I thank you for coming on. Thank you for saying yes.
Yes, I thank you for considering me. How about that? We got to say that because see, you could have considered anybody else, but when you're chosen, you're chosen. So I thank God for. I keep telling you, the woman of God that you is, the beacon of light that you is, the aura that you carry, the mantle that you carry. The harvest is plentiful, but the labors are few, and your work has not gone unvain. Okay, I pray God double honor, double favor you, and double bless you right now in the mighty name of Jesus. To everyone that's on this line, how about that? I pray double portion, double anointing, and double blessings before this month is over with. May God increase every last one of us in every area of our life that we may be missing something. Nothing missing and nothing lacking. I love y'all. I love y'all.
And the same as well to you, sis. I pray God continue to bless you richly, open new doors for you, take you to new heights and new levels. Even though you've been, been here, been there, He's going to open new doors. He's going to bring new sources of income. He's going to turn things around. He's going to make you that wife that you want to be. Oh, God, I feel it in the name of Jesus. Listen, don't get me in here to look.
Boaz in with a prayer, honey. We gonna
Listen,
end.
I hear him and I hear his heart and the support that he gave you tonight. I know that he's going to be the man that you need to encourage you because you're a strong woman. He's going to walk with you. He's going to carry your bag. He's going to make sure, oh God, you get to your destination. He protect you and protect your back and hold you up when you fall. And I mean, he's going to do all things but fail. Come on, somebody. And I love that for you, sis. And I'm speaking it right now in the name of Jesus. He's
I,
gonna move.
I receive it. I mean, before we get off this thing, let's just go into prayer. Father God, we thank you for allowing us to see another day. God, I thank you for this woman of God. I thank you for my sister. I thank you for everybody that's on the line, for everybody who has standing in need of something, sisterhood, motherhood, childhood, adulthood, marriagehood. We've been in all kind of hoods that have hurt us, to have tore us down. But God, you said this is a season to uplift, to inspire, to encourage, to go on to greater heights. We cannot be afraid. We cannot be snagged and we cannot be stuck. We cannot let the enemy come tear us down. We got to build up each other. We got to uplift one another. We got to be there for each other day by day. This is a daily walk with you, God. So on a daily walk, whether I mumble my sisters, whether I raise my hand, I want to have my sisters covered. I want to have my children covered, my man, my mother, whoever standing in the need. This season, everything attached to us is going to win. We have took a lot of losses, but this time a righteous man have failed 7 times, but we have got back up 8. We shall live and not die prematurely. Our dreams shall live and not die. Our legacy shall live and not die. This lupus shall depart from us. This God, you said we dismantle everything that's not of you. God, anything that's trying to come up against us. Isaiah 54:17 said, "No weapon formed against us shall prosper, and every tongue that rises shall be condemned." Before we go tonight, every woman, every man, everybody that's on this live, come back and read Psalms 91 before you go to bed and ask God to cover everything. We shall be blessed going in, blessed coming out. Our children's going to be blessed. Our grandchildren going to be blessed. Our dreams, our men, our husbands, everything's going to be blessed. I thank God for his blood that he shed on Calvary, because his blood still works and it's never lost its power. I hope y'all have an amazing night on purpose. Again, God love you, so do I. Ain't nothing you can do about it. Love, peace, and soul. One love. I'm out.
Yes, and she is out. Listen, come back. We have the Elite Business Women Award Show coming up on June the 27th. The nominations are still open. We do have the actual conversations, and we're going to have the networking event that is coming up on the 31st, you guys. So stay connected. We have the Elite Business Women. Let me just tell you, Elite Business Women means elite. They mean they stand out. They one of the best. And so that's when I chose that name, because we the best of the best. Yes, and so you guys connect with the elite business women, connect with these women today. And let me tell you, you'll be blessed. You'll be highly favored. You'll be walking in the fullness, because our sisters is going to lift us up and encourage us. Thank you, sisters, for coming on. You have a blessed night, you guys. You have a blessed night, you guys, and thank you for joining us tonight. I hate that it went over a little, but hey, the spirit moves, the spirit moves. I'm the type that follows the spirit. And when the spirit is moving, the God is in the place. Two or more gathered, there he is in the midst. And so thank you. Our sister to sister will be back on again. And I'll send out a flyer for that as well. I love you guys with the love of Christ. Good night, good night, good night, good night. Hold on, good night. We say good night.